Hi, I'm Pat Houston, and welcome to Seenagers on Steroids. So let's start with something simple. What is a Seenager? Well, a Seenager is a senior teenager, or senior with a teen spirit. Think about that. Is that something you can emulate? It certainly should be. Think about, too, what is a Seenager on steroids? That's someone who loves to learn, loves to create things, and is looking to pursue that lifelong passion. You have the time to do it. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I've been in the education and technology business for my entire career. I'm still doing that. In fact, you're getting the classes combined that I developed with middle school, high school, college, and now seniors. Instead of helping them find and build a career online, I'm teaching you how to take your screens and manifest your dreams. I've been an online program chair, an academic dean at for-profit, not-for-profit colleges, same with high school and middle school. Plus, I've taught in parochial schools, magnet schools, charter, and public. I've had all kinds of audiences, and I can meet them wherever they're at. So there's a lot of things that Seenagers are interested in, but the last two at the bottom, they love social interaction, and they love to learn about technology. So I like to have this event in front of live people so you can interact and learn about the very thing that you all have admitted to being interested in. But dating's on there, volunteering, enjoying music, career changes. How about finding that lifelong passion? So I'm here to help you develop just that, because amazingly, screen time for our seniors, for us, is higher than any other demographic. That blew my mind. So let me talk about that a little bit. We watch a lot of TV. We are on our phones and our laptops and our tablets. They're screens, and they're smart. And the applications go from one to the other and the other. Think about the amount of time we're spending there and what we can do with it. So getting more from your screens and not letting them run us, but us running them. And again, phones, computers, and smart TVs. Using those screens to manifest your dreams. That's what I want to help you do. That's my passion. The first thing, though, is you have to know how you learn. It's very important because that sets up what you're interested in and how you take in that information. I had this with every single class I've ever taught. And it was very powerful in my life because it helps me with relationships with anyone. First of all, a disc profile is something I hand out in the class. And you have a preview of it right here. You can also get this online. But more importantly is learning your dominant sense style. Are you a visual, an auditory, or a kinesthetic? I'm a kinesthetic auditory. I gotta move around. I gotta have an audience. I need to interact. I need to hear it. Seeing it ain't so important to me. So let's talk a little bit more about that. You think I might like to dance? Yeah. How about an online journal? I don't want to write it out. I want to talk while I'm moving and get my words out. So more importantly, you'll realize that once you know your style of learning, you can identify those people that you really like and get along with, probably got the same style. Once you understand that, you can look at family members that are closer that maybe you're not as close to. Like my parents, my mom was a visual. She read 10 books a week. So are my brother and sister. It's no wonder they were closer. They had more in common. Dad and I were kinesthetic auditories. We were singing and laughing and moving around. That was why. So once you know your dominant style, you'll learn how you can interact with technology, for example. I like to touch it. but visual's not so strong. Would I be good with online learning and Zoom? I might have a tough time with it. So instead of judging the equipment and those things, you can adapt by your learning style. Another one that's important that's free too is your Myers-Briggs type. I'm an intuitive all the way, not a sensory learner. Because my eyesight was so bad, I almost went deaf. I saw things and thought of things that weren't there. They weren't in front of me. They were ideas. So when I get a detail-oriented sensory person in front of me, now instead of not liking the way they are, I go, details. I'm big picture. I realize they have a strength that can help me. I can also tell you that by having thousands of students do these projects, the kids that liked me the most and I liked learned the same way I did. So it really helps you understand life and be tolerant of different styles than your own. It's very powerful, and again, these tools are free. Technology and being online. You know, are you a Facebookaholic? Are you like a savant? Or are you a guru? And maybe you're none of the above, but I guarantee you, you all have the tools to make good use of those screens. It's all inside that phone you got. Let's compare this to a car. What kind of car are you driving? I don't really care who made it. I care how fast it can go, how much stuff it can carry, and also the speed and gas mileage, if you will, especially today, right? So you want to know the room inside of there and also the amount of security that you have set up. But the first thing is, please turn off notifications. Facebook, email, bing, 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 lights. Mine doesn't do that. What it does, I've told it, don't bug me. I'll go into the app and look at it. Let the technology help you. Don't be run by it. That's one way. Especially an auditory ding, 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 ding. It's like when I'm walking down the street, just wave at me. Don't honk the horn. You'll flip me right out. So with that being said, it's just an option when I turn on my phone, only phone calls and texts ding, or they vibrate when I set it down. Again, one of my students out there can help you set these things up. But let's talk about an example of technology that you might remember because you're a teenager, okay? Back in the 90s, voicemail came out, and I worked for a phone company. I sold the heck out of it. Voice, talking. And the president of the company came in and said, I don't know how you do this, Pat. I hate voicemail. And I said, Mel, I'd hate it too if I had to listen to your message, because what they hate was the message. And today I had a person call. Well, the purpose of my call, it's a nice way of saying, what the heck do you want? Please tell me the purpose of your call. That greeting's uncomfortable for all of you because of the fear of public speaking. My undergraduate degree was in speech communications. So think about that in terms of telling them what to do when they call, and if it's urgent, not important, because they all think their calls are important. I retrained every person who ever called. Call your dad. It's your brother. Well, the purpose, and they told me what they did. I closed phone deals without ever speaking live to people. It was very powerful and also helped me to communicate. I wrote my master's thesis on it, and we were able to reduce the number of bodies in an office, and that voicemail took only pertinent calls to the front desk to be resolved by a receptionist. Storage. Got a good friend, doesn't have much room in the car, and once he tries to overpack it, everything starts to slow down. Just like that, you think someone that's an auditory would love to voice text? Hitting that little microphone, whether I'm in email, on Facebook, texting, or using Signal, I can get that message out fast and say exactly what I want. It's very convenient. And pretty much I live on this tool. It's just a little computer. And again, it's got a little screen, but what is a visual care or non-visual? So the other thing I ask you is digital clutter. Crap on your computer, but more importantly, tons of apps on your phone. I keep things really simple. My phone, I only get 15. It's a very kinesthetic phone. Instant camera. By hitting that, I go right to it. And also turning on my flashlight. This phone is very functional, but again, it's adapted to my style. How it looks, the texture of it, not really my bag. But if it's yours, I don't fault you for it. But again, only put those apps on the front of your phone that you use all the time. Settings, phone, text, camera, contacts, maps, Gmail, calendar, drive, voice. These are all things that I'll talk to you about in subsequent opportunities. Your files, Plenty of Fish app, Facebook, photos, the things you are using. Screens that can help you on the go. For example, everything Google is a class that I want to bring to you as well. You need maps. You need Google Voice. We'll talk about that in a second. And you can transfer these between your PC, your TV, and your phone. You can take pics and videos with your phone. How about this? I can replace Microsoft Office with Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Slides, and it's free. And again, it transfers from screen to screen. You can store your stuff in the cloud for free, and you can share it with anyone at any time. Google Voice. So you're online. You met a guy. Plenty of Fish. You want to give him your phone number, and you don't even know this person? Or you just signed up at CVS for their freebie. You're going to give him your phone number? I do. My Google Voice phone number. It's free, and it allows my phone to accept the calls from that number. I can text. I can also do things like send pictures, and it follows me from phone to phone. I lost my husband a few years back, and had we used Google Voice to text and share our media, I would be able to have all those voicemails. And it also converts voice calls to text. My number is 727-300-6678. That's the number I use for every single freebie marketing scam that's out there. I also have another Gmail account, Trouble66. My name is not associated with either that phone number or the email account. So those are things that are really important. Again, it's free. It protects your mobile phone. Again, scammers, once they get that phone number, you can be ported over to another particular carrier. Just protects you as best we can. It moves with you regardless of carrier or smartphone. It can be used on a computer. It also, when you get a telemarketer that's driving you nuts, guess what? You can press 4, this call is being recorded. Boy, do they fly off the screen. Or you're doing a podcast and people call in and you want to record it. Then you have someone like Tony clean it up. So those are a number of reasons why you want to use this. And again, it's free. It's easy to set up and it's easy to use. Cutting the cord. You know what? Do it on one TV first. See if they like it. Get a Fire Stick or a Roku TV, whatever, and download a couple of apps that enable you to watch whatever you want, whenever you want to watch it. Again, my music auditory. I downloaded music apps for free, and I would dance. During the COVID issues, I could move around in my own home. It lifted my mood. I'd also sing. That vagus nerve in your gut, wow. You know, if you get up anxious in the morning, sing a song. And, you know, you'll move right through it. And you can pick the genres, the 70s, the 80s, whatever you want to do. Again, these things are simple and free, and they move from screen to screen. Fire Stick apps, Cinema, please. Cinema allows me to watch whatever I want. You might want to get a VPN though. But again, test it on one TV before you decide to cut the cord. And see if you like it. I actually like going between the two services. But again, you're going to find your preference. Roku free apps for TV and music. One of my favorites is the iHeartRadio app. It's just as genres, I like disco. I know. But it's got that beat, and I'm a singer too. So it's really nice to be able to listen to it on my phone, on my TV, and on my computer. So let's talk about something that is a huge demographic for us, Facebook. Are you on it? What are you projecting? As you can see, I actually have colors that match between my profile picture and my Seenagers on Steroids. I like to keep things simple. But you need to know about stuff that you should be thinking about. Don't put your birthday on there. I know, it's nice to get 9 billion. Happy birthday, Pat! Really? But think about it. That's one of the pieces of information people need to steal your identity. Your birthday. Where you were born. No. You might want to keep yourself out of Google search. Back in the day, I used to screen potential employees, and sure enough, all I had to do was search on Google and I could pull up their Facebook page. You can't pull me up unless you're in Facebook. You also want to make sure that your friend requests don't go beyond friends of friends. You want to make sure your friend list is private. And you want to go in and take all your videos, all your folders, and decide what audience can see it. They don't make it simple, but you need to control what people see. People form a lot of opinions about you. And I've learned so much about strangers. They have their phone numbers on there, their email addresses. Think, people. And again, you're going to try and play smart. Another thing too is I really work at trying to be solution-oriented and identify a problem. Negativity increases your cortisol levels and initiates a fight or flight response. That ain't good for you. We've had enough drama over the past years. Learn to accept people's choices, sending them loving forgiveness, and realizing that it may not be about you. Don't engage if you're reacting. Respond. All things that I'm looking at in terms of finding my purpose and moving into that spiritual level of the mind, the body, and the emotions. Identify a problem and offer a solution. I was a team builder with my undergraduate degree, and the main thing is we couldn't respond unless we had a positive idea. Well, here's what I would do. Not, that's a bad idea, that won't work. What would you do? And focusing your attention. If the news would simply focus on providing us with a problem and possible solutions, but they like to keep us goosed. Don't let them capture you. Plenty of Fish is a free app. Free doesn't mean safe. Your pictures speak volumes. I look at these profiles and I help people set them up. You can kind of see them there in the background. But, be smart about what you say and what you do. Sell it and tell them what you want. Mine is pretty abrupt, but if you don't like the abruptness, you won't like me. And the bottom line is I ask them to present the things I bring. Somebody who's fit, somebody who's smart, and somebody who's financially secure. Ask for what you want. Know what it is that you want. Last week I finished #1 in the Duolingo app, and it's not the first time. It's a great way to learn a language, and that keeps your brain sharp too. Again, on the laptop, on the phone. Much better than cruising Facebook. Also, recording. I have a number of people that are like, look, you can record my whole presentation with free apps on your phone. Again, everything Google is a way to manifest and journal. Also, you can create a personal meditation. I found Insight Timer is a great app. And my favorite song on there that I breathe 5 in, hold for 5, let out for 5. I found this song on YouTube. I took the recording app on my phone and recorded it. And then I had some help, and I did an audio meditation in my own voice. Relax, take a deep breath. And I used my screen to help me calm down. I also journaled the words that I wanted to put into that meditation. All free, all helpful, all ways to help calm your mind and sleep at night. Screen tools. Once you know your learning styles, you can also research what that style is most comfortable doing. And it'll help us as we get older. We have time. What do you really feel passionate about? And again, you'll have all these tools that'll help you along the way. Creating your purpose. All of us are going through loss. Loss is inevitable as we get older. And the things we've done all our lives to keep things the same really don't keep working as well. We're losing our friends, we're losing our jobs. And instead, what I did when I went through a grief counseling class is I made a video of my husband's memories instead of a scrapbook like they recommended. Not only did I save it and keep it on my phone, I can watch it whenever I choose. Also, memories into movies, parties, trips, family. I've secured all that memorabilia by taking it out of scrapbooks in case a hurricane comes. Really, people, isn't that the most important thing in your home? It allows you to save it and tell a story rather than just having pictures. Again, learning a language, creating a meditation, making videos are all things that are going to keep your brain sharp. My favorite one is like doing a poetry slam. A lot of people don't know what that is. Poetry should be heard in my book, not read, you know. And so, for example, I wrote a poem years ago. Triumphant defeat at the hands of those once cherished by teachers of whom others chose. Yesterday's glory is today's lost story of values long gone by peers passed on. Falsely condemned, having failed subjugation, a sentence best served with unforced resignation. I use this as an example in language arts class to expand my students' vocabulary, get comfortable with iambic pentameter, because that's what Shakespeare did. And then we recorded it and had a slam. It was phenomenal, fun. So, what if you could do, like we talked about earlier, those are the steps I talked about earlier about making your own meditation. So where are you spending your time? What if you could create a video, watch it, preserve it, protect it, and share it with anyone, anywhere? Here's a picture of a gimbal, and that allows you to use any phone and just make all the imaging smooth and creative. It also gave me something to do when I was out socializing. You can start by making videos for your friends and family using the free software. I don't care if you use iPhone or Apple or PC. I actually started with Apple. It's simple and easy to use. I used the snipping tool for every single picture in this presentation. I snipped on the websites. I pulled information from everywhere. And then there's always the pro. The guy who's doing this video for me is that pro. If you want to have someone do all this hard work for you, because it does take time, there's an individual, Tony Rockcliffe, who you should contact. More about that at the end here. But he has helped me tremendously. He took what I knew, but he saw that I had a passion and the ability to draw emotion.
I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me. This all and nothing really got away, you're driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. This all and nothing way of loving, go be sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to hear, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved, and I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your soul till I come back around. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm
When I look in my father's eyes, my father's eyes. When I look in my father's eyes, my father's eyes.
Here we are in our own private fishing hole, courtesy of Jim Houston. Now, you might remember him from the ice fishing video.
What do we got here?
Frozen fish!
We got something. Please, please let it be Mr. Walleye. Oh, Patty, this is a small pike.
Yay! Da-da-da.
What you got there
Pikey!
is a northern pike through the ice in northern Wisconsin.
Back into the hole.
Pat Darrell Houston lands her first channel cat in the Chippewa River by the Arpin Dam. You gotta look. Nice job, Patty. Really nice job on that.
Hey, I gotta tell you, you did all the work. All you did was let me fool around. Oh, where do you think you're going? Gotta go. Here's my husband. He's so cute. Where'd you get that big cigar, Bealis? Are you gonna put that inside your mouth?
Where I stand, this old gas pump in my hand. The boss don't like me, a face like a weasel, all on my hand. The smell of diesel. Here come the big shot. Here it comes from the city. Goddamn.
What if you had a video that explained everything? For example, these are pictures of me from glamour shots. I'm about 32 years old. Here's another shot. These are gorgeous pictures. And I'm able to capture them with video and explanation quickly and without hesitation. Here's another great shot. And another. Now I've got a video memory of it that does a close-up and really gets a great shot.
It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me.
Last but not least, let's move forward. Let's turn your screens into dreams. You can call or text me, there's that number again, at 727-300-6678. Or email me at pat@geekspeaksolutions.com. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.